Welcome back to Real Facts, where we uncover the truth behind history's deepest mysteries. Today, we're stepping back into the glamour and grit of post-war Hollywood, to a time of boundless dreams and hidden nightmares. This is the story of Los Angeles' most infamous unsolved mystery, the Black Dahlia. In January 1947, Los Angeles was the city of stars, a place where anything seemed possible. But beneath the bright lights, a dark drama was unfolding, one that would haunt the city for decades. Our story centers on Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old woman with stars in her eyes. Like so many others, she came to California chasing a dream of fame. She was known for her captivating beauty and a preference for dark clothing, which earned her a nickname that would become legendary, the Black Dahlia. But Elizabeth's story wasn't one of Hollywood's success. It was a tale of a tragic and horrifying end. On the morning of January 15, 1947, in a quiet neighborhood called Leimert Park, a mother walking with her child stumbled upon a gruesome sight. It was the body of Elizabeth Short, left in a vacant lot. What made this crime so uniquely terrifying wasn't just the murder itself, but the chilling way it was presented. Her body had been severed at the waist with surgical precision. She was meticulously cleaned, with no blood at the scene, indicating she was killed elsewhere and then posed for discovery. The most ghastly detail was what the press would later call the Glasgow Smile. Her mouth had been cut from ear to ear. This wasn't just a killing, it was a macabre performance, a statement from a killer who wanted the world to see his work. The media went into a frenzy. The name Black Dahlia was plastered across every newspaper, turning a horrific crime into a public spectacle. The Los Angeles Police Department was overwhelmed. Tips flooded in by the thousands, and hundreds of people came forward with false confessions, either seeking a moment of fame or driven by delusion. This tidal wave of misinformation buried investigators and made finding the real killer nearly impossible. The murderer even seemed to enjoy the chaos, taunting the police and the press. He sent a series of bizarre and chilling letters, some created with cut-out newspaper words. He even mailed a package to a newspaper office containing some of Elizabeth's personal belongings, like her birth certificate and address book, which he had cleaned with gasoline to remove any fingerprints. It was a calculated game of cat and mouse, and the killer was always one step ahead. Over the years, countless theories have been proposed and suspects investigated, from jilted lovers to shadowy Hollywood figures. But one suspect has stood out, thanks to the tireless work of a retired LAPD detective named Steve Hodel. The suspect he identified? His own father, Dr. George Hodel. Dr. Hodel was a brilliant and respected physician with a high-profile social life, but he also had a very dark side. Steve Hodel uncovered a mountain of circumstantial evidence linking his father to the crime. Dr. Hodel had medical training, which would explain the precise bisection. Handwriting experts have suggested a match between his writing and the killer's notes. Most disturbingly, police had actually wiretapped Dr. Hodel's home back in 1950 during a separate investigation. On those tapes, he was heard saying things like, "Supposin' I did kill the Black Dahlia. They couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary anymore because she's dead." Despite this compelling evidence, Dr. Hodel was never charged. He left the country shortly after the investigation into him began, and the trail went cold. To this day, the murder of the Black Dahlia remains officially unsolved. The passage of time has meant lost evidence, faded memories, and a long list of dead ends. The case has become a permanent fixture in true crime lore, a haunting symbol of a killer who committed a monstrous act and simply vanished. Elizabeth Short came to Hollywood looking for a new beginning, but instead became the tragic main character in a real-life horror story. Her killer not only took her life, but turned her into a chilling legend, a ghost that still wanders the dark corners of Hollywood history. The mystery of the Black Dahlia endures, a stark reminder of shattered dreams and a shadow that was never caught. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most compelling cold cases. What are your thoughts on the case? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy true crime content like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.